right, thank you so much for keeping it here on KTN News Center, the second hour, where we bring you up to date. And right now, without wasting much time, I'd like us to cross over to Parliament buildings and talk to our political affairs reporter, Duncan Haemba. Haemba, thank you so much for joining us once again. What do you have? What's the latest details from the corridors of Parliament?
Yes, Brenda, the latest details from the corridors of Parliament, as I said, we expected that those ones that will not be either at Orange House or Amani House or Wiper headquarters or at State House, the likely place that would find them is here. And I can confirm, like within 15-20 minutes ago, Homa Bay woman Representative Gladys Wanga was here, but she said she was crossing over to Orange House. Patrick Amimo will be telling us whether indeed she's there. But I have members here who've clearly, we can say it's in defiance. They are not attending the parliamentary group meetings. Some have committees that they will be chairing, but there are some that have expressly said their stand is clear. They will be doing whatever it takes to marshal numbers to veto the president. The first member that I'll be talking to is Honorable Member for Bumula, Honorable Mwambu. Of course, he's an independent member, but he's part of the team that they are actually standing their ground. So for him, we might understand why he's here, because he's an independent member. But there are some that I'll be talking to that they are members of particular parties that are clearly having the PGs. So, Mheshimiwa Mwambu, we can see the members on their WhatsApp groups, the marshalling of numbers, the total defiance. What is the status in terms of mobilization? Because clearly there are separate parliamentary group meetings for biggest parties in parliament that they want to whip members to support the president's memorandum once it's communicated on the floor of the House. From where you stand, what is the mood of members? Of course, you are an independent member, but in the House, you are part of the leaders that are representing people from the 290 constituencies.
That's right, my friend. The first thing, as a leader, you need to listen to your people who elected you. And I'm sure even if you talk of big parties meeting, the PG, where I happen at times to attend the Jubilee PG meetings, today I've decided not to, because I've listened very clearly to what my members need. And the majority of the citizens in this country, they are suffering. We do not need again to subject more suffering to the citizens of this great country. And we have many options. So we have agreed as members. I'm very sure that those ones even who are attending the PG meetings, they are very clearly listening to the voters. The voters do not want the VAT increment at all. We have marshalized the numbers. We expect members to be in the parliament and vote to reject the proposals from the president. There are many places president can find money, because you realize we've just been discussing with members some functions that have been devolved, especially agriculture. We allocate a lot of funds to Minister of Agriculture to import fertilizer, which it have never done, and yet even the counties are doing the same. Go to the Minister of Education. Education, there is a lot of billions for infrastructure. When you come to my constituents, I can assure you, it's CDF building the infrastructure. Right now, even some students are still under the tree. So we are not going to accept this kind of manipulation. And that is why I decided not to attend today's meeting and be here. I don't want to be manipulated. I want to vote and stand with the Kenyans. Yes.
Mheshimiwa Ahmed Abdul Samad, I know that you are rushing to a parliamentary committee, but if you could move here a bit, yes. I want to engage you. Are we seeing total solidarity that members are going to stand as elected people's representative in the House, or it will be another question of members being whipped by their party supremos, and then come Thursday when there will be that needed, when now we'll be expecting that the House votes that will now see a totally different choir altogether. Will people sing the same song that they are singing now, or after the PG we are going to hear other stories?
Well, first of all, as you rightfully put it, I'm currently needed to chair a certain committee meeting, and from there I will be going to our party headquarters to be able to engage party leadership in this matter. However, as it stands, and I believe that is going to be the stand as up to Thursday, is that members will, without a doubt, reject the proposals by the president. And it is not being done in bad faith. It is being done in our constitutional right and our constitutional obligation, and that is to represent the people.
Is this by members defying? Is it genuine, or it's because Parliament has been touched? Because combined it's about 10 billion, because the National Assembly about 5 billion, the Senate about 2, and then there's nothing, affirmative action being scrapped, a part of CDF, talks of CDF being touched, part of the recurrent expenditure, so almost to 10 billion. Is that the reason why the members are angry, or this is a true cause whereby members are saying they're with Mwananchi?
Well, first and foremost, you want to look at this even before the memorandum came in, that there were proposals to be able to slash the legislative arm of government as well. Members in one voice threw down the proposal of the finance bill and agreed on the amendments that VAT should not be there until the year 2020. At that time, there was no threat to anything. And then we need to get out of this cocoon that issues to do with CDF are necessarily members of parliament personal belongings. Over the weekend, I have just overseen an opportunity where hundreds of people have been able to graduate from various vocational skills courtesy of the CDF. This is something that is going directly to Mwananchi. We talk to the Auditor General as well and look at the reports. This is one of the most transparent and the most effective way of funds reaching to the grassroots level.
Thank you very much. I'll also talk to Sigowit Soin, Member of Parliament. Mheshimiwa, yes. Your party is meeting at State House. You're supposed to be attending the PG. You are from Jubilee Party. Why are you at Parliament precincts?
Yeah, I'm here because I think I was elected by the people of Sigowit Soin. I am not here to give allegiance to anyone. I should give allegiance to the people who elected me, whom I know they are suffering. I know my people are suffering, and this VAT thing, I know it will make my people to suffer. So I should stand with my people, not now. It's the time now I should not be standing with my party leaders, but my people. Yeah.
But your party is big on the Big Four, and you guys have been saying you need it realized, and people are saying austerity measures have to be put in place if the Big Four are to be actually achieved. But there are those that are saying, yes, the idea was for the Big Four, but maybe because times are hard, they should shelve some. Are you of the same position?
I'm for the same position. And also I'm still urging my party leaders, we still consult on this 4 agenda. Because there are those we are not seeing are not priority. Like housing, it's not a priority for now. Yeah, I can say we go for universal healthcare, but then the issue of housing and the rest of other things, we can still shelve it for now. Yeah.
Well, Brenda, that is Sigowit Soin, Member of Parliament from Jubilee, says he's here in his capacity as the people's representative from Kericho County, and therefore will be defying that. I'll be talking to a Wiper Member of Parliament, Mheshimiwa Stephen Mule from Matungulu. You were here. The issues, would you say, Parliament didn't see this one coming? Because in 2013 we were in this house, that is when the VAT was actually approved, only to be deferred to 2016 and now 2018. So people are asking why the change of tact and now this hardline position, and for particularly members who have been in this house longer.
I think one thing which needs to come out very clearly, deferring of VAT is squarely because of hard economics time during the 2013. And it's done in good faith to make sure that the economy improves, and then we can have enough resources to make sure that we cushion the common man. And as Parliament, when we were doing the finance bill, we looked at the economics of the day to day, and we realized that we cannot burden the Kenyan anymore. And that's why we came up with the amendment to defer it to 2022 to see whether the economy will grow. But having said that, it is very unfortunate that we are trying to play games with the lives of Kenyans, and we need to be very clear that Kenyans have said, and they have spoken very loudly, that they don't want VAT. They are already overtaxed. They need not to be taxed anymore. Yes.
Well, thank you very much, Brenda. I know that we are pressed for time, but quickly, Baringo Central Member of Parliament who has been here for a while. Mheshimiwa, your final thoughts. Also, you are from Jubilee Party. You are under the Jubilee wing. Why are you not at status for the PG?
I am not there because I am the representative of the people of Kenya, especially the people of Central, and I am here to defend their rights. And that's why I am here, and I am not for this VAT tax.
In terms of mobilization, members, you in various WhatsApp groups, quickly, how many for no? How many that, yeah, I know that 2/3 might be required to veto the president. So far, the numbers, without necessarily giving names, many in agreement that they have to overrule the president.
By yesterday, we had over 260 members of parliament are opposing this bill from the president of imposing the 8% tax. In fact, this the economy. In any economy, you cannot, if the economy is not doing good, you cannot bring any new tax. The best way is to go for areas where you can reduce recurrent expenditure. And that's why I think when we did this finance bill the other day, we had the thought of thinking that for the time being that VAT is not good for the economy of this country.
Well, thank you very much, Brenda. That is Baringo Central Member of Parliament also expressing his position and saying it as it is. What you can be able to gather quickly from the members, I think most of them, they are looking at 2022 in that they do know that if they go against what the public mood is and then they come up for re-election, that is what they are looking at, and maybe they are looking at president might not be there in 2022, and that might largely inform what the decision that some are doing. Remember, when that time comes when they're voting on Thursday, names will be given individually for every member how they voted, and it will be in public domain, and therefore they know too well what is at stake. Now, the thin line, as I've clearly been saying, it's between party position and your stand, the people that you represent, and that will largely inform how the lobbying will be done. So I think from Parliament right now, we'll have to leave it at that. Then we'll be able to see what will be happening maybe in the subsequent bullet. I hear Mwalimu Franco Otieno is on standby. Kwa hivyo tutajaribu tuone saa 5 tutaweza kuzungumza mawili matatu. Brenda, kwako ikiwa umenipata.
Hayamba, nimekupata kabisa. And thank you for bringing us with what is making the headlines. Of course, Kenyans all eyes will be on Parliament just to see whether members of Parliament will vote according to what they've been telling Kenyans.